In my last video, I reviewed two hard disk enclosures from a company called IT CEO, and along with those enclosures, they also sent me this to take a look at. Not a hard disk enclosure, but a portable battery pack. You've probably seen this kind of thing. And the idea is that if you're filming on location, where perhaps you don't have easy access to mains power, you pre-charge one of these in advance, take it on location with you, and then when your mobile phone runs out of juice, you're looking around, oh no, I've got no mains power. Doesn't matter, you've got one of these with you, and this is a battery pack that you then use to charge your mobile phone. So let's have a quick look around it. Not an awful lot to see. Obviously, there's the product itself. It's about the same sort of size as an iPhone and perhaps double the width, I suppose. It's got four blue LEDs on the front here that show you the state of charge of the battery pack itself when it is being charged, and also then obviously how much charge is left when you're charging some other device. There's a little start button on the side here which you have to press to make it start charging up your phone. I don't know why. There are other versions where you just plug it in and it starts charging, but on this one you have to press the start button. It's no big deal. And then on the base here you've got a little mini USB socket, which is the one you plug into to charge the battery pack, and then two full-size normal USB sockets which you then use to charge up your mobile phone. Now it does come with a couple of leads in the box. One of those is that one, which is the one you use to plug into this to charge it up. So as you can see, it itself charges from USB, so you can charge this up from a PC or from any standard USB type charger. For example, that's my iPhone charging cable, and I just plug that instead into this to charge this up, and it absolutely works fine. I think it takes, it says on the back, any sort of 5 volt 1 amp micro USB connection will charge it up, and that works fine. But it comes with a lead. Doesn't come with a charger. You still have to have the little plug bit yourself or another USB charger, but it does come with the lead to plug it in. And then the other lead it comes with is what looks like an Apple iPad lead. Or I think some of the iPhones use that tiny connector as well, don't they? But my iPad has that one. But when I plugged it in to charge up my iPad, which is an iPad mini, don't ask me how, the iPad mini knew that wasn't the official Apple lead. And a message came up on screen saying, I refuse to charge because you're not using an Apple lead. So I had to just put that one back in the box. Use the iPad mini's own lead, which was fine. Plugged it in there, plugged it into the iPad. It charged it up, but for some reason it didn't like the included lead. That aside, this is okay. It's model 6710, 10,000 milliamp hours, and I believe I'm right in saying that the iPhone 4 or 4S has something like a 1400 milliamp battery, so you ought to get about 7 full charges of your iPhone out of this device. Now, one thing to beware of is that this does take quite a long time to charge itself. The instructions say it will take about 12 hours to charge up the first 2 or 3 times you do it, and I can attest that that is true. It is indeed taking me, and I think I've charged it up more than 3 times now, and it's still taking me the full 12 hours to charge. It's not a huge problem, I guess, because you're not going to be using this every day. It's not like charging up your phone itself. If you know you're going away filming on location, you will know in advance, usually. So you'll have time to put this on charge for the required 12 hours. But it is worth knowing it will take that time to do its full charge capacity. And they do recommend that you give it a full charge rather than just half charging it. I guess that's because the battery prefers being fully charged. Batteries are funny things like that. I have been testing this for about the last 3 or 4 weeks because it holds so much charge it takes ages to go through each cycle of charge and discharge. I'm getting about 5 charges out, which is good, don't get me wrong. It ought to do about 7, but I'm wondering whether, because as I'm charging, I'm also leaving the phone on at the same time, so the phone is using power whilst it's charging. Maybe that accounts for the slight discrepancy. Either way, it's not too shabby. It's still quite useful to have 5 charges worth of your phone in a little portable pack like this. It's not light, but it's not supremely heavy. So as I say, if you are going on location, this is easy enough to chuck in your kit bag and take with you. And yeah, it works. Now, it's got 2 USBs here, so it can charge 2 things at the same time. When I plugged it into my iPad and iPhone at the same time, it got really toasty warm here. Really, really toasty warm. I think you could have fried an egg on it, frankly, which made me a little bit uneasy. But charging just one thing at a time, certainly no problem at all. And that really is all I can say about it. It's not expensive, does the job, does about 5 charges worth on an iPhone. So if you are going on location, you're taking a mobile phone with you and maybe an iPad or whatever, it could be worth taking one of these along as well. The only other thing I'd mention is that the iPad's battery appears to be larger than the iPhone's, because when I charged both the iPhone and iPad, I only got one iPad's worth of charge and 3 iPhone charges out of it, and then it was flat. Obviously charging 2 devices will mean you have fewer number of charges for your phone, if you see what I mean. So that's it. It's the IT CEO, distributed by Allcam in the UK, I believe. Portable power device model U6710, and I think I'd give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. If you did like the video, if it's useful, give me a quick like on that like button if you would, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would be interested to hear from you if you're a regular subscriber to the channel. Are product reviews of this kind of thing that aren't strictly video related, but they're the kind of things you might have in a kit bag, of reviews of this kind of thing useful to you? Would you like that? Drop a comment in the comments below if you have an opinion on whether or not I should do more of this kind of thing, and the hard drive enclosures and so on. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.